there audio now? Oh. Thank you, thank you. My mic was muted. Okay, then I guess I'll explain it over again. Thank you, the Anime-ister. So today we are learning anatomy. You might be interested in this. So I got this book from Totally Legit Means. Nothing illegal at all. The book is called Human Anatomy for Artists. The writer is Xiao Weichun. It's in Chinese, but I can read Chinese. And I have roughly glanced over it, and it's pretty good. So starting with the beginning. Do I even English? So the start basically says getting familiar and being able to handle drawing human structure. So there's this picture. So everything in red is a movement area that moves, and everything that is blue are areas that usually don't move. So I'm going to try to replicate this as A, to say like any master is Animaster. Oh, Animaster. But why is there an I there then? Okay. Oh, Animaster. Okay. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Animaster. Cool, cool, cool. Okay then. So I'm going to start with... Okay, I'm going to try to do what the book says and try to draw... use red and blue to draw movement areas and non-movement area. So the entire face doesn't move a lot. In the whole body sense, but the neck... that's not how to do it. The neck will move, yes. And then... shoulder, oh, I guess shoulder does move. At least the lungs don't move, so let me draw the lungs. Oh, that's too blue. Okay. Okay, I might need to get rid of my drawing hand. It's getting super laggy. I don't want the stream to lag. I don't know if this helps. Not a good start. Let me see what else can I turn off. Let me get rid of this entire tab. Let me get rid of this entire tab. Is the stream still lagging? Oh my god. This is bad. The more the merrier. No, not more lag. Okay, after I got rid of Microsoft Edge, the lag seems to be better. That's good. Okay, collarbones. Yes, collarbones move. And it connects to shoulder blades. Very cool, very cool. So that moves. And then the non-movement part, I think this is called a pelvis. Pelvis doesn't move. I have no idea what this bone is called. Well, The only reason I'm using MS Edge is for Copilot. Because before GPT-4o, Copilot, oh, I was drawing in the background layer. Oops. Oh well. Because before GPT-4o, Copilot is the only one that actually connects to the interwebs. Why is this? Oh yeah. Oops, I'm drawing in the background layer. It happens to every artist. Oh well. I think that's where the joint is. No, this bone. What is that bone called? Do you know? This elbow is the connector between the two bones. Okay, and that's... Well, okay. Hold on. So one bone connects over here and the other bone crosses over from here. Kind of. And then there's an entire moving thing. Yeah, I draw in the wrong layer all the time. Keep the other bones here and the other pelvis is here. You know what? Not bad. That was pretty easy to follow. Yeah, bones, bones, bones. This bone is the thigh bone because it looks like a thigh. That's not what the bone's actually called. And lungs are round. And we don't care what that looks like. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so far so good. Oh wow. Huh? What? Is this the add more details part? Okay, what does the Chinese say? By separating parts of a movement and still part of the bone, we can understand the relationship between bone and muscle better. The muscle mainly is attached to the bone and it grows on the bone. So it moves with the bone. Muscle moves with bone. Okay. And when we are observing muscles, we can focus on observing the spine, the shoulder, and arms and leg. Because the muscle on these points will move when humans move. So blah blah blah, and they're saying the step is basically build a solid human structure and then build on top of this solid human structure. So I guess this picture is build the structure and then build on top of this picture is built on top of that structure with muscles. Wow, okay. I'll try to draw these muscles. All right, okay. Muscles and ligaments. For some reason, when you talk about ligaments, I don't think about art, I think about food. like lamb or like steak. I just ate dinner. Okay, anyway. I'm gonna use this square brush because square brush makes me look fancy. Oh wow, that's too thick. And opacity up. Way too. Okay, there we go. Okay. Eyes in the eye socket. Nose is somewhere here. The mouth goes to the end of the cheeks and lips and whatever. Oh, you're Asian too? Wait, so I remember, was it you said you went to Thailand to teach IT and stuff? Wait, so are you Thai? Do you speak Thai? It's okay if you don't want to answer. Okay, so that muscle kind of ends in the middle of the arm and it stretches out like that. Oh, hello, Gecko. Lord Wardmore. No, this is anatomy, okay? We're learning anatomy secrets from the Chinese. That muscle moves a lot, and apparently there are some stuff here in the shoulder that looks like this that I never remembers to draw. Okay. Well, there's even a muscle here in the armpit? No way. So these muscles. So for Gecko who just joined, the red are muscles that usually moves when we move, and the blue are things that usually stays pretty still. And there's a muscle here that likes to move. Stay. Wait, what? Wow, I should take some. Okay, so collarbone doesn't move much. Oh, it's attached somewhere over here. And then collarbone is attached to the bone that looks like a tie at the rib cage. Okay, and near the end of this rib cage, is that where the major chest muscle? What are these called? The booba muscle. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I never study anatomy. In Chinese, I think it's called like 胸大肌 or something like that, but I don't know what is it called in English. And then there are some muscles there. Okay, and that's the whole rib cage covered. And then oh, so the ab muscles, the 8-pack abs goes kind of all the way to the crotch. Okay. And 8-pack abs do move. Moves. This is 1 pack, this is 1 pack, and this is 1 pack. Oh, cool. So do you speak English, Filipino, Thai, and Chinese? And by the way, I have these 4. You can barely see it, but I know they're there. Okay, anyway, and these, the fat, the love handles near the waist. And then, oh yeah, I completely forgot about the arms. Arms is just not fun to draw, okay? Not fun. Arm. Oh god, and hand. There. Human drawn hands look like this. Okay, that's AI hands. Okay. And then this and that and this. Oh, so the booba muscles goes all the way to the arm almost. Interesting. Elbow. Then another bone that kind of crosses. It's just a ton of muscles in the arm. Oh, just English? I mean, you probably still know a few words in Thai, right? Like, how do you say hello in Thai? Oh no, it's the lag. It's lagging. Are we good? Okay, we good. Oh, my laptop is trying hard, but so far it's still working. Good. And there is something that goes all the way here. Never seen this muscle. Interesting. Kneecap number 1, kneecap number 2. Sawasti. Did I pronounce that right? Oh, okay. So the kneecap is quite complex. There's there is, it's like a sharp thingy. It's long. Interesting, interesting. Oh, that's too much. So that's the leg bone. The It's called like a lemur, femur. It might be femur. Femur sounds quite right. Oh, this goes a bit taller. So this is a muscle here. These muscles, like usually you don't really see it. Oh, oh, oh. I didn't do that. It's the lag. Sawadi. Sawadi, everybody. Oh, this is the red is the muscle on the back of the, oh gosh, what is this called? The lower leg? And then there's something up here. There, feet. Okay, that's the big bone on the side of the feet. Okay, so how do we do? Seems legit. Not bad. Okay, moving on to chapter 2. So this is simplifying the human body, and now we're talking about the joints. Yes, that's the transit joints. So in order to draw the human structure in 3 different views, front, back, and side, we need to draw a horizontal line first, so it's the same ratio for all 3 views, and we're kind of simplifying it. Okay, sure, let's try that. I need a new background layer. Oh, how do I draw a straight line? Photoshop. Swadika. Swadikra. What does it mean when you capitalize? Does it mean I have to pronounce it harsher? Yeah, no, seriously, how do I draw a straight line? I think if I press shift. Yes, it is shift. Okay, so that's the top of the, oh gosh. No. That's the top of the head. That's the bottom of the head. And oh god. You know what? I have a better idea. I am smart. I am a professional Photoshopper. I can drag. There. Genius. Okay, that's about half. Control J. Duplicate it again. And then about half of that is the kneecap. This is the kneecap line. Control J again. Oh, this part is split into thirds. Huh. That looked like a third. And then the shoulder bones is the other third, maybe? It's kind of eyeballing this. And then another little bit for the head. That seems like an overly small head, though. That head looks small. Okay, and then merge layers. There we go. We have a perfect reference sheet. Wonderful. Clap. Is that what a rolling R sound like? Shift, no? Yeah, it is shift. Hey, we both know Photoshop. Nice. I'm gonna keep drawing with blue. I mean, why not? I like the contrast. So, sawadika and swadika. Did I totally butcher it, or is it okay? Alright, so that's the head. So that's the neck. Neck will move. And the collarbones point up a little bit. Oh, it starts at the end of the neck. Wait, what? It starts kind of here, the collarbones. I mean, the neck look super long, but there is another bone here, so the neck is not as long as it seems. Okay, not that long. Okay, and then the entire lung is going from here to here. Okay. And that's the bone that looks like a tie. Oh. So your waist will line up with your elbow, usually. That's the shoulder blades. Shoulder. The pelvis looks surprisingly huge. I think this is a male pelvis. This female pelvis, I feel like should be wider. I don't really know. I don't remember the difference. I watched the Proco video about pelvis way too long ago. And the leg bone starts right at the half point, and the wrist goes. Oops, the wrist goes below that. And then the femur, if that's what that's actually called, is crazy long. And the lower leg bone is surprisingly a lot shorter. Damn, this is short. And then feet. Natural. CSP 3D character model? Oh yeah, I've seen those. They look super convenient. Are they easy to use? Like, if you have a complex pose, is it possible to make it look exactly like that? Or that's the hand. That's the lung. Okay. I mean, this is a normal people, but if I'm drawing Elon Musk, it has to be something like this. Remember that picture of Elon Musk from the side? He's super thick from the side. I think some people are born like that. So even though we learned this, I think this is like just an average. There are plenty of people that doesn't look like this. Oh, my eraser is lagging. Oh, there. Get rid of the Elon Musk chest. They are easy enough, but I do have background 3D. Oh yeah, and does CSP have more realistic models as well? I remember because I had CSP long time ago. I probably still have it. I just don't open it. I remember the free models that comes with it are pretty anime style. Mostly. Like the ratio are pretty anime. Okay, that's where the tailbone is. Oh, that's the leg socket for the leg. Femur is quite straight. I'm convinced that this is called a femur, and I don't take any objections. I don't care what people say now. It's a femur. And the feet is kind of wearing heels. And let's also draw an arm. That is there, and this is below the wrist. This skeleton starting to look kind of hot. Okay, now from the back. What does this dent represent? Why is there a dent here? Is there a dent? Oh, there is a dent on the back of my head. Like, right here, there's a dent. I think it's in between two ligaments. Okay. So back to, I think we're back to the lungs. Shoulder blade looks surprisingly complicated. What is that? A triangle that's made of two different triangles? Is this what the shoulder blades look like? And it's also kind of separated. It's like that. Okay. Like this, and like that. That's where the wrist guard. There, there. Oh my god, I have to draw pelvis from back. Okay. Pelvis looks like an apple, and then there's an upside down heart. And then there's some kind of bone here. Where's the tailbone? Oh, this is the tailbone? Oh, okay. And that's the big leggy joint. Ah, keep hitting the wrong button. And there's the knee. That's the wrist. Alright, great. Now I kind of remember this part really well. So the waist and elbow are on the same line. I remember that, and the crotch and the wrist. The wrist should pass crotch a little bit. I remember that pretty well. So great. And also the upper leg is longer than the lower leg because the lower leg has to include feet as well. So good to know. Okay, let me merge those layers because the more layers, the more work for this laptop. Moving on. Oh, okay, this is kind of fun. So try to draw some movements. Okay, what is this? They are nicely rigged. You can change the proportions too. Oh, really? From SD? Wait, what is SD? You should download the demo of Affinity Design. But that's vector drawing, no? Can you use a brush like this in Affinity Designer? Okay, let's see. So this guy is like that. And his ears like that. And he's kind of hunched over. Hunch. But his back is bent. And his pelvis is pointing forward. Ooh. So feet is all the way here. And the other feet is fully extended. Oh, I could have drawn this leg longer. I think that's the problem. Let me check the ratio again. So the head is slightly shorter than each arm. But the head versus this part of the arm is quite similar. Okay. Let me try to draw these smaller so they fit. Oh, that's not it. So face looking up, ears. And the shoulders kind of slanted. Okay. And that's the lungs. And then the leg is just kind of... No. This knee is here. And this knee is here. Yeah, it's way easier to connect the dots. So I know where the what is this? Yeah, ankle. I know where the ankle is. That's a lot easier to draw. Oh, okay. So that's kind of waist level. This is also waist level. Okay, second one's a lot better than the first one. First one was chaos. Okay, the third one. This guy looks hunched over. Oh, that's too thick. That's so thick. So kneecap. Kneecap. These kneecap might be forward, too forward, but I think it works. And this. And then the arm is doing God knows what. There we go. And the fourth guy, he's becoming a frog. He is channeling the energy of a Asian squat. Only Asians can squat like this. He's squatting. all the way. SD, super deformed. Oh, super deformed to more serious. Okay. That's pretty cool. I thought about learning 3D to get some of the poses I want to draw right. But if CSP already have deformable models, then probably easier to use CSP. Unless I want to, I don't know, set up buildings or whatever. Are the CSP models free though? Or are you talking the deformable ones? Are they the free ones or are they the paid ones? One of the Affinity is two mode, vector and raster, and even the vector has pressure sensitivity. Whoa, whoa, whoa. One of the best features, live multi-windows. So you can zoom in and draw on your tablet while having another window of the same drawing scale to... Oh! So you have one monitor of your art and another one of smaller version of your art, like what I have here? But it can be bigger and not tiny like this and on another window? Oh, that is quite nice. Yeah, but don't you think those squat toilets are cleaner than sitting toilets? Because if you have to sit on a public toilet, literally everyone's butt has touched that toilet, and your butt have to touch that toilet too. That's why I kind of try to hover over it. That's kind of gross to me. But if it's like a squatting toilet, it's just your shoes touch the ground, everyone else's shoes touch the ground. You know, it feels cleaner. Public toilet wise. For private toilet at home, sitting toilet all the way. Okay, I think that's an elbow that this picture is trying to show. And this guy is kind of flipping a finger, it looks like. So leaving some space for the neck. So that's the back. What is his arm doing? Okay, let me draw the waist. So that will help me find where the elbow is. So that's the waist. So the elbow's pretty much right there at the waist. And then the wrist cross the crotch a little bit. Huh, this is quite helpful. And then leg. Whoa. Is leg that long? Wait, really? The leg is almost the entire lung plus, so lung plus waist almost equal to upper leg. Okay, good to know. So that's almost reaching the lung, okay? And then the other one, okay. So that's the underside of the shoe that it's trying to convey here. Cool. Good point. Also, the squatting position is healthier. Yeah. It is healthier, and also it feels like it helps the intestine to actually move the poop with gravity. I don't know why we're talking about poop, but yeah, the squatting position kind of helps moving things along, if you know what I mean. That's okay. I don't need it. I eat enough vegetables to not have that worry. Okay, so there's some foreshortening, so that's why the leg bone is shorter. Oh, he's wearing his shoes. Oops. So the... Oh, this is called a calf, is it? So the calf needs to touch the hand. And the other knee is right here. Doing that. Ooh, 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 ooh. That shape. Where's the butt? There's the butt. There. I'm playing with CSPX. There's a slider called head to body ratio. Intestines. Oh, okay. Thank you, Gecko. I really need some help with my English pronunciation. Intestines. Okay, that makes sense. Oh. Okay, this is an interesting one. I think I'm looking at the back. The eyes are like somewhere here, and he's turning his back. Oh, that lung is way too large. The lung is kind of like this. That's the waist, and that's the butt, and that's the leg. The knee is higher, so the leg, the smaller calf, and the feet. Slightly bend that to show the calf. Doing some kung fu here. Oh, why is this calf? Oh, I guess it's for shortening. Why? This calf should be slightly bent, so that might be why it's shorter, maybe? Okay, like that. Wow, there are so many. Okay. Speed paint mode. Let's do this thing quicker. Because I was trying to finish at least the first few. I was thinking about finishing the first 10 chapters in this stream, but I don't think that's quite possible at this point. Okay, so leg, lower leg, feet. And the other arm is at the front. This is all some pretty cool fighting poses. Yeah, I could have drawn a character like this with a sword that is like this big. Very cool. Okay, and now we have a ballet. Is this a ballet? Ballet. I will not butcher the English anymore. Thank you very much. Pelvis. Okay, there. This one is not just bones. This one has more meat on it. Okay, there, and leg bone is that long, and there, down. His lungs are bent. One of the leg is going to the face. Wow, I wish I'm this flexible. Whoa, 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 whoa. The book almost drew the kneecaps here. Okay. Ballet. Thank you. Does the T not make a sound? in ballet? Really? This pose is sleeping with a book in your face. That's the pose. Or this is a certain hub. Or maybe this is me trying to do a sit-up. Leg. These stick figures do be looking kind of hot. Okay, last 7. No? Okay, I guess the T doesn't make a sound. What is... Where did this book get all these weird poses? That's wider. Okay. Okay, that's the hand. Okay, this one, the collarbone seems kind of bent. That's the lung. And that's the waist, so that pelvis is here. The elbows at the waist, and the wrist is at past the crotch. That's where the thighs and calf and feet. No, they look like lotus roots. Or is it lotus roots? I think we need a grammar police in the chat. Or a pronunciation police. Just for me. Lotus or lotus? I think it's lotus, right? Where? Okay, there's the knee. There's the knee. Like that. And there's the butt. The other knee. And there. Oh, when I was a kid, I used to pronounce Army Corps. Army Corpse? Wait, it's not pronounced as Army Corpse? Are you sure it should be Army Corps? Lotus. Wait, really? CORPS is not corpse? Feel like I've been lied to. Let me open the light. It's getting dark. Really? I would happily pronounce Army Corpse. Because that's what the word looked like. But I guess it's it doesn't sound good to pronounce corpse for army. Is that why they decided to do Army Corps? Okay, legs do be thick. Thick legs. Heels. Heels. Okay, I ran out of space. Let's move on to the next page. Okay, so when we're drawing human joints, we can move our own joints, own respective joints, and feel the movement of these joints. When we just started to learn about bone structure, don't hurry yourself and learn about all 206 pieces of bone, and because that destroys our confidence and motivation. So we are going to do some simplifications. So when we are doing simplification, we want to focus on a few of the main joints. So that's the red circles here, I suppose. And when we are creating characters, we can exaggerate some joints as long as we can master these joints relationship in space and movement, then even exaggerated design will look convincing. If you want to build a good character, we cannot focus on little details first. We should start with the whole thing, and design the ratio is the first step in building a good character. Utilize every single joint, and through adjusting the size and distance between each joint, we can build a unique character. Okay, so I guess this is a standard, and here are some exaggeration. I doubt even full-blooded Americans get it right. Either they read it the way I did or spell it incorrectly. I spent years teaching that Thai kids grammar, and then I come back here where no one knows that there and there. Oh yeah, I feel like immigrants care about their pronunciations a lot more than natives. At least for Chinese immigrants, it seems like the goal is to have perfect pronunciation. But for people who grow up here, like, who cares about pronunciation? As long as your grammar is right, people usually understand what you're talking about, so. But of course, if I'm streaming, I should at least know how to talk. Oops, that elbow was too high. There we go. Here's a standard human body that I just learned how to draw. So now let's draw some more unique designs. This is a warrior. So the warrior body has a wide shoulder. Looks very reassuring, wide shoulder. Because shoulder is wide, so then the collarbone would be super wide as well. Then he or she will have a huge lung. Big old lung. The waist, whatever. The pelvis needs to be normal size because we want that upside down triangle. And leg is like, okay, whatever. Just stand more, be more assertive standing. There. And then arm is just like that. When I actually, if I can draw muscle, I will draw big muscle. But we're not drawing muscle, so there. Warrior. structure. The second one, oh, this is an anime for sure. This is some Ichi Yao Yao type of child chibi character. I thought about giving my model a chibi mode. It seems like a lot of work. You know? But it doesn't feel too hard. I mean, just get a deformer, shrink the entire body. Maybe I should get a chibi mode. Okay, so the pelvis. Okay. And the leg ratio. It just feels like the head is bigger, but the entire body is still the same ratio. Yeah. The entire body is still same. Same. Legs might be too short. Should be at least like that. Yeah, that looks good. Oh, and this is super tall. This is basketball player. So what are we stretching here? So the elbow is still at the same location, but the wrist, the T doesn't make a sound. The wrist actually passes the crotch quite a lot. I mean, I've been looking at supermodels at Met Gala, and yeah, they're for very tall models, their wrist passes their crotch by quite a bit. Meanwhile, my wrist just lines up with my crotch. That's something to keep in mind. So their wrist is long wrist. Therefore, long legs. Yes, the legs is about the lungs and the waist. That's about this long and feet. That look right? Yeah. Yeah, that looks right. And then for more tanky characters, now this is definitely a tank in League of Legends. Big wide shoulder, okay, can take a lot of damage. Big wide chest, can take a lot of damage. Big waist, also pretty big pelvis, because we want to take a lot of damage. Short legs doesn't matter as long as we can take damage. Also, closer to the ground, feels more stable and tanky. So, wrist past the crotch, or at the crotch in this case. Maybe we should do at the crotch. Arms doesn't need to be that long. Nice, got it. I realized that CSP also has little controls. You can use a gamma to make... What? Wait, but what is little? And what is gamma? Learning a lot of new words here. Oh, so chapter 3. Now we're talking about human ratio. How human ratios move. Okay, so a simple separation is crotch is about half. Did I draw that way? Well, except for the chibi. Yeah, the crotch is close to half. It's different from thicker, tanky characters, it seems. Yeah, the tank has shorter legs. Oh, I ran out of space. But the tall character's crotch is higher too. Legs is longer. Upper body smaller. Okay. And then it's split into thirds at around where the neck meets the collarbone. and the bottom of the lungs. So that's kind of the start of the waist. Okay. And the ratio is different across age groups. Oh, so that's why Chibi character has bigger heads. Okay, this looks like a nice little chart. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Well, guess what? I'm not sharing my Firefox screen today, so I can make that search, and you guys cannot see what I'm searching. Dude, when I search Lizzo, I just get the singer and rapper. Okay, this Lizzo control. I don't know what that is. Okay, let me try gamut. A complete range or scope of something. Okay, but why is it called Lizzo control? Oh, select color gamut in CSP. Okay, whatever. As long as I know I can make the character lean, thick, muscular, or colonial southerner. What does that even mean? Oh no, bad influence. Okay, so we're gonna draw large person or adults, as people say it, versus a child. The child is literally shorter than the crotch of the adult. And the child's ratio is insane. It's like, wow, the leg is only like 1/3 of the child. The baby. Okay, so let's use our shifts. Why is this line so light? Okay, let me use my mouse. This is not working. There. Nice thick line. There. Voila. And oh, the lines are supposed to be red. That's okay. Doesn't have to be red. Make it lighter. I can draw with red. Sure, why not? Suzur. Hold on a second. What are you teaching me to pronounce? There. Super easy to understand. There, that's the baby. Oh, southerner. Southerner. For real? It's a Z sound? 我读书少，你可别骗我。Southerner? Southerner. Southerner. Oh, Southerner. When you say the so fast that it sounds like a Z, okay. That's easier to understand. Southerner. Okay, well, let's do this in thirds. Do this in thirds. Oh, it shouldn't be thirds. So the heads. Okay, okay. I should have another scale here for heads. Just the heads. Okay, so 1 dot here. Oh. Yeah, that's the head ratio. It should grow slowly. This one goes here and the neck, and then the lung, waist, crotch bones, leg, ankle, leg, ankle. Does the leg? Oh, the leg bone actually points inwards, it seems. Okay, all the bones points inward a little bit. Cool, cool, cool. So that's waist. So this is your standard issued 5 years old. Maybe it's 6-year-old. Children grows fast, you know. So this is maybe a 8-year-old I'm drawing now. The neck, so that's the collarbones. The lungs goes here. Pelvis. So this femur. No one corrected me, so this must be called a femur. Goes in like that. And the arm. Yeah, so that's your standard issued 8-year-old. Why does mine not look as cute as the tutorial? Southerner. 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 Southern. Southerner. There's a ah and the sound in it. South. Oh, south. 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 Southerner. Yeah, now I believe you're an English teacher. Very professional. Pronunciation is quite hard to teach if without the ability to talk. So I'm impressed that you can even yeah. Yeah, I mean people are different. Me particularly, I am, for some reason, my brain doesn't register accents well. Like the only accents that I could recognize 100% is the British accent. That I understand. But if you're talking about like super subtle accents, subtle to me, anyway, I'm just like, southern accent. What is Southern accent? Isn't that just how people talk? Maybe that's just how that one person talks. How is that an accent? Okay, look, standard adult I've drawn so many times. By so many, I mean like 10 times. And okay, that's no, that's good enough. From child to adult. Very nice. Oh. Oh, it's no longer lines. Now we're doing. Oh, wow, 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 wow. Wow. Okay. Let me merge these layers to save space. Australian accent. I can't really tell. Australian accent. Nope. I think. Was it Ro? I think Rosé from Blackpink has an Australian accent. That, yeah, it does sound different from American English, but how different? I can't tell. That's the only Australian accent I know. Okay, we're getting to a more polished. Oh god, should have polished based on that. Time is it? 9:22. I started streaming at 8. Which chapter is this? Let me check. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Okay, let me get to the end of this chapter. And I'll go do something else. And maybe go to sleep. Oh, so that's tiny lungs. Waist, tiny crotch. So the elbows kind of at the waist. How is my hand not connecting with? Okay, my waist. Okay, the back is not strong enough. We need strong back. There. Y'all spell color with color? Yeah, the autocorrect does add a U in my color. Although, if you asked me to write color, I wouldn't add that U, personally. Probably because I learned some of my English in China and some of my English here in Canada. So yeah, COLOR feels more correct than COLOUR. Like, what's the point of that U? It's not even making a sound. Come on. Oh, you even want to get the... Okay. That the jaw? Yeah, that's the jaw. Okay. Totally acceptable looking human. Okay, that's the crotch. This is the waist. This is the lung. This is the lung. This is the bottom of the head. Okay. We got this. Just have to connect the dots. Easy, easy. Cultured people use the U? Really? There was another one that used the U. I think it was neighbor. There we have it, slightly grown-up child. Okay, now we want an even more grown-up child. The waist, lungs, neck. Oh God, I don't know how to draw a head sometimes. My head's all over the place. Okay, this, that, this, that, this, that. This, joints. Leg bone starts about there. So the should start here. That's where the knees are. Okay, and finally, ultimate challenge, the adult. Okay, I'm gonna try not to look at the picture. So I remember this is where the collarbone is. So that's where the neck is. And this is where the waist is. So we're gonna draw that is the lung. And this is big head. Biggie head. Neck. Shoulder. And then the kind of underwear shape for pelvis. That's where the pelvis bones are. Sorry, no, the femur connection to the pelvis. And the thighs, the calf. Okay, that line might be too out there for a guy. I'm pretty sure this looks like a guy pelvis. So the elbow touches that, and the hand rests on the waist. And in because perspective, this one is no, this is way down. This should go down a bit. There we go. How did I do? Oh yeah, I should have added a line here to indicate where the lungs are and a bit stronger at the back. Yeah, this looks pretty decent. I just need to make the knees look more like knees. So according to this picture, this knee kind of looks like a triangle-ish. And the knees, maybe it should be taller. I think I eyeballed it incorrectly. Looks like the knees should be slightly taller. Something like this. Yeah. As for the Z specialized, yeah. Overlay is covering. Oh. The textbook is covering it. Oops. Yeah, everything's covered. Okay, I'll keep that in mind and try not to add anything. Try not to draw anything too high above. Thank you for letting me know. Okay, so oh yes, so I still need this. So now we are going hard mode. So we have a structure, let's actually add some details. The tutorial says, easier said than done. But hey, at least this boy is kind of cute. Are you actually able to see this book? Or it's quite hard to read? You know what? Let's switch a pen. Black. The darkest pens. It's a little child, so the face has to be round. Seems like this horizontal line is where feels like where the upper eyelid is. So let's do that. Okay, we're drawing a kid with the type of hair that you need a lot of hair gel to maintain. Very anime haircut. I like it. Nah, this t-shirt is too loose. Let's draw him a tight t-shirt. Tank top. Where's the belly button? Why this tutorial doesn't mention where the belly button is? I think it's there. That's the belt line, I suppose. Okay, I could draw the leg, but I do like to draw some simplified clothing folds. That's another thing that I need practice on. Do some stretches there. I guess the ratio I'm drawing is still a bit large. But, okay. You guys can see it? Okay, awesome. The text is in Chinese anyway, so don't really need to read it. As long as you guys can see the picture. Zoom in a lot when sketching. I tend to only zoom in when I'm sketching the face. When I sketch the body, it's like, whatever. I'm gonna cover it later anyway. If I make the sketch look too nice, I wouldn't want to cover it up. But if I'm doing anime style, that's a different story. Then the sketch needs to be turned into line art, so it has to kind of make some sense. Yeah. Now this head feels too small. So I didn't really draw right. This head was drawn too small. Should be something like this. Bigger. Biggy head. It instantly feels harder when I actually have to draw over all of this chaos. I should have drawn this better, maybe. Well, at least I know the bone ratio better now, I feel. After this. And he's not wearing any clothes. Screw clothes. Why would you wear clothes? Naked. Okay, and the other leg, that's the kneecap, that's the leg. Should I keep going or should I move on to the next picture? Probably why you again. No, if I actually draw something with details, one stream is not gonna cover it. I remember there's like one piece that I spent like 15 hours on average to draw. Yeah. I should learn from Sakimi-chan. Set myself a 4-hour timeline and a 5-hour deadline. Full piece. 4.5 hours. Dude, this face looks like. Literally, I'm trying to draw the same character, but every single face looks different. Okay, so there is some muscle here that this picture is trying to show me. There is a bump here, that's another muscle. This part looks pretty straight. And then there's another slight muscle, slight bump. Bump, straight, bump, another bump. There. Nah, we're not drawing clothes. Oh, you wear a shirt when you look good. Okay, and I think my knees are way too slow here. Way too low here. No, don't do that. Okay, there. And that's the crotch. And the other one. This is going to look good. This is going to look good. Just know it. Yeah. Better. Bump, bump, bump. And there. That. Okay, I'll try to draw the pants without this. Okay, I'm definitely rushing. Trying to get to the next part. This part is quite straight. Oh, I think I drew the legs too thick. That's why it looks straight. Okay, we're missing one arm here. Good enough. Let's move on. Okay. So next part. Lunar Mimi. Never heard of that one. Who this? Oh, an anime style artist. No, I do not know this artist. But that looks pretty good. Well, Instagram only let me see 9 without signing up, so Instagram. Ooh, nice. Ooh, feet. Cool. Okay, so this last page, I'm gonna finish this and I'm gonna go to bed. So, depending on the spatial relationship, The movement of every single joint in the human body will cause the ratio of the human body to change. So in order to build a good body movement, you need to have a lot of observation and practice to handle the ratio between each joint and the size of each joint. And the human movement that we can observe usually has some perspective in it. So in order to build a human body with perspective, you should figure out where's the crotch first, and then adjust the ratio between the upper body and lower body based on the crotch. Okay, that makes sense. And depending on different angles, we can view human body as a flat surface, quickly find the crotch, and then the rest of the human structure building will be a lot easier. Okay, cool. That makes sense. What is it? She's Thai, but worked in Japan in the manga game industry. Oh, good for her. That's great. Yeah, she is good. She's really good. Like something like this looks like professional video game art. Like those gacha game official gacha game illustrations. Very pretty. Okay, so in the book here we have some examples of a person walking and the relationship of their joints. So I'm going to try to draw that. First, draw a circle. Can I draw a circle in one go? Barely. Okay, so he's very proud. Proud walking here. Proud. Okay, so if the crotch is this long, then the leg needs to be... That's too long. Oh, okay, so that whole thing is there. So the leg is here. Elbow is near the waist. The upper elbow, similar length, but maybe slightly shorter with the hand. Oh, so because perspective, the other shoulder is barely visible. It's the other elbow. And oh, because perspective is shortened like that. Okay, and when a person is walking very hunched over, bad posture. Guy looks like he's... Oh. Well, this little guy is not looking down, he's looking up. Hunched over. Maybe this person's old. That's where the elbow is. And voila. And then this. And then that. And then that. Also, this elbow is probably somewhere here, so it's completely blocked by the body. And there. And there. Oh no, is the lag back? Thank God, no. And then I guess perspective. So this leg feels longer. Okay, there we go. Mm. Now this guy looks like he's straight up dancing. Dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. I don't know, I did that. Things to be for. Oh, so this shoulder is all the way up front. So, oh, okay, so shoulder ratio between shoulder and head is this similar? What was the shoulder head ratio? Sorry, not shoulder. The arm head ratio. The arm is almost same as head. So I think I drew my arm too long. That's more like an arm ratio, and that's the other arm ratio, like that. Okay, so and the other elbow is like almost all the way back. Okay, very proud guy. Or dancing guy. Now this guy is really dancing. No, no, no. That is longer here. And then like this and this. This is definitely a faster way to catch movement than whatever the hell I'm doing right now. Simple circles and lines, and it does make a lot of sense. I think the most valuable part so far is to reinforce my understanding of ratios. Like the crotch has to be about half for most adults, children's lower, and like the arm is similar to the length of the head. I try it on my own head with a reflection of my phone. Yeah, the forearm might be slightly longer than the head, but not that much longer. Very interesting. Okay. And especially perspective. Oh my god. Perspective? You guys haven't seen how bad my perspective is. Because I'm smart enough to not show you guys that yet. Like, I understand 1-point perspective, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective. You know, fisheye, yeah, I get how they look like when you practice it. But when you're actually drawing something and need those perspective, suddenly I do not understand perspective at all. It's quite weird how that works. You want me to draw a cube with whatever perspective, I can do that. But anything other than a cube is not really working. I don't even really use perspective in my my more serious art pieces. Kind of just draw flat. If you look at my Instagram, you see it's mostly like flat headshots that doesn't really need perspectives at all. So this book will talk about perspective. I took a quick look, so I'm looking forward to that. That's half. Okay, it's the half of the half is maybe here is where the show that is. And then we have to make the third smaller and smaller and smaller. Okay. There. That's the neck. Oh god, where's the next third? Okay, that's the lung. That's the elbow. That's the pelvis. That's that. And it gets a lot bigger. Okay, wow, this is a strong perspective here. Ah, that kind of makes sense. Yes. I'm not gonna bother to draw that box, but I will draw a kind of horizontal line. Oh no, I just told you I can draw boxes. And now I suddenly cannot draw boxes. Wait, where is this leading to? Somewhere here? Is that where the horizon is? And what, that's the vanishing point? Okay, so that, and oh my, oh my, oh my. Okay, so that's the, wait, what? Okay, this side has, no, that's 2-point perspective. We're not doing no, 1-point perspective. That's the point. We have the head centered, so I can do the 1-point perspective. That's a boxy box, and this is the chest. Will look slightly out, maybe like that. That's the shading. And then the, why is the crotch all the way up? No. Crotch should still be lower like this. So then the crotch can touch this line. You study industrial drafting? What's industrial drafting? Vanishing point will be on the horizon. Nice, I got that part right. Project all your lines from the vanishing point. Yeah, that makes sense. But when you're drawing a curvy object, like a thick thigh, you know, that's where the more that's where I get confused. Okay, so knees, legs. Okay, good. So far, so okay. Oh, so I think the legs get thicker as we go because getting closer. Are these legs pointing at the vanishing point? Kind of. Okay, and this and that and this and that. Okay, but the calf has to point inwards a little, right? Oh yeah, and I keep forgetting that arms exist. There we go. Half the box. Center. So center is crotch. Hey, I drew a perspective of a human body. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, I keep seeing these like little box mannequin drawings on YouTube anatomy tutorials. And it always feels like they're kind of useless to draw. Like, why would I want to draw a box? I want to draw a human. But hey, boxes does help figuring out perspective. Boxes are nice. Project your lines to find a vanishing point, and project 2 lines from there. And then to the find 2 lines from there, and you can draw in the same proportion at a different angle. Oh. So like, draw a box, find the vanishing point, just kind of there, and then you're saying project 2 more lines from the vanishing point, and then draw another box. That's another. Wow, that's taller than I thought it would be box. Like that? Oh god, I can't draw a horizontal line. Like that, and then I add another line. And hold on, which line will be affected by this? These lines will be affected, right? So now it's oh no, what am I? Yeah, now it's now it's different. Now it's a box like this. Yeah, 2-point perspective. I can do boxes, just not human. Oh, like that? Draw a line parallel through his arms. To, oh, what? That intersection is your vanishing. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I kept the vanishing point in mind when I'm doing this one, but when I'm doing this one, I did not think about vanishing point at all. This one looks a bit chaotic. Also, I think his legs points to the vanishing point. His arms kind of spreads out too much. I drew the arms spread out too much. Yeah. Okay, nice. Thanks for the tip. Okay, hopefully I will remember all that tomorrow. So now I'm going to try to do even more perspectives. Okay, so this one, we're looking down. Yeah, let me try to zoom in so maybe you guys can see better. This is the last four. I'm going to bed after. Does this even look right? I feel like the head is too small if we're looking top down like this. From that perspective, his arms look perfect. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Seriously, I feel like this perspective example looks odd. JoJo stance? Oh, is this a classic JoJo stance? Okay. I'm gonna draw your JoJo stance. I'm gonna draw wide shoulders and tiny waist. I completely forgot about everything about perspective. Okay, so if I do thirds, is this the proper? Oh, maybe this one. So I'm gonna ratio this first. Let's do thirds. Like that, and the legs like that. Yeah, okay, let's do that. So this is the head. Yeah, so the head should be big, like this big at least. And then that's the broad shoulders. And then that's the end of the lung, which kind of look like that. And then tiny waist. Okay. That's the pelvis. Very boxy pelvis this guy got there. And then smaller and smaller. Where's the vanishing point? I do not know. Probably, I'm guessing the vanishing point is probably somewhere here. So maybe I'll try to... Okay, the feet has to point out. And then the elbow has to line up with the waist. And then this arm line up with the crotch. Elbow, waist, wrist, crotch. Oh, this elbow needs to go up because this shoulders seems higher. Oh yeah, this is kind of a perspective as well, so it has to be kind of like that. So that shoulder is bent, that's why it's higher. So this shoulder is relaxed, so it has to stop here. And then the crotch as well is kind of perspective like that. So the wrist is there, and oops, I hit my mic. This ratio looks better. Oh yeah, and based on that perspective theory of the vanishing point, then this leg has to be way shorter. So the knee has to be higher as well. And then the leg can be way shorter. And so this pelvis has to perspective. There, what a nicely perspective the JoJo stance. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? Although the first one's upper body is turned more that way, and the lower body is turned more this way, so that's confusing. That feels like even more than 2-point perspective, isn't it? You know, the theory is simple, but in practice, not so much. Okay, now we're looking bottom up. All right, so the leg is there, so that means the knee should be somewhere here. And then upper body, something like that. Okay, so crotch. Okay, you know what? This time we start with the crotch. That's where the lung is, so the perspective is somewhere up here. I'm gonna try to draw everything towards that. Okay, and the entire back has a perspective that's kind of slanted towards maybe down there. So we're gonna perspective that back as well. Is it maybe it's slightly higher? This is definitely 2-point perspective as well. I'm just a new student. Why am I doing 2-point perspectives? Okay, so there, and that's 1-point perspective. Okay. And then yeah, the head do be kind of covered by the shoulder. And perspective wise, so this elbow is here and this elbow is here because it's slightly raised. Well, I drew the crotch too. Oh, did I? This is the crotch line. Huh, that's kind of the crotch. Oh yeah, because perspective. That's what's messing it up. This elbow is this long, and this one is only up to here. Honestly, these examples feels a bit messed up. The other ones are good, but these one kind of wonky. The author really should have stick with boxes. Boxes is what makes sense. Okay, so these, that's let's draw big old calf. Big old shoes. And maybe the shoes should point towards that way. A bit more. And the inner feet is like that there. And then clearly this is a guy. The pelvis looks so small. Oh yeah, so the kneecap needs to kind of be lower as well because we're doing that perspective thing. So that's where this calf starts. And then now this wrist is over. Mm. Does that make sense? This guy, this guy is like hanging. There's no way these shoes are right. Okay, no. So this perspective, the feet should follow this perspective then. No. This is like math. If this changed, then that needs to change, and if that changed, this also needs to change. That's the bottom of the shoe, I guess. I don't know. The bottom of the shoe, and then this is the other bottom of the shoe. Oh, it's bad. No, E, B, E again. Mm, 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 mm. There. And calf, ladies and gentlemen. Just not draw that. Just like that. That easier to look at. Oh yeah, I remember when I first learned about vanishing point, the vanishing point is like way off on the table. But with digital, how do I get a table? Especially in Photoshop. In CSP, you can set a vanishing point, right? I think CSP has some very good perspective grid stuff. But in Photoshop, I don't really think I can set a vanishing point unless I expand my canvas, which will make the stream lag like crazy. This is 3000 by 3000 canvas right now. Yeah, maybe I should practice on paper. Wait, never mind. I have tablecloth. I can't draw on the table. The infinite space is the old school. You know what? Sometimes pen, paper, and eraser works better than your fancy technologies with young people these days. Oh, okay. For these, what's the point of knowing where the crotch is? Okay, so the crotch is here. Sure. So let's draw a box. Looks like the vanishing point is here, right? So the entire upper body is kind of like that. So what's the relationship between crotch ratio and upper body ratio? So the crotch is like slightly smaller than the lung. Oh wait, so waist plus crotch equals to lung, kind of. These two look similar. And then the lung kind of equals to head plus neck. And then leg. Okay, so in this perspective, the half point between maybe chest and crotch is like somewhere there. So that means this is where the pelvis is ish. Oh, geez, and this pelvis is not even just the pelvis, it's the whole. Okay, we need to rotate this then. Oh, I need to rotate just that. Mm. Math. Okay. Hmm. This perspective looks a bit too much. Looks like a bit too much. This line's about here. This line's about here. Horizontal lines are the same. And then I don't know where the perspective. Yeah, now the perspective point is kind of way up there. Can't really see it. Okay, so the little box person. So his head should be hunched forward for this pose. And, you know, God knows where the arms are pointing out towards. But the arm is the same size as the head, so we can't draw this too big. But oh, there is another perspective. Great. It's like a perspective grid like that. So that means the arm is reasonably bigger than the head, because perspective. And then way smaller arm. See, this is when perspective starts falling apart for me. What is happening? So one arm is bigger than the other because that perspective is maybe even more slanted, something like that. So with that perspective, the crotch, I guess, is also looking at the same perspective. Okay. And the leg is not even pointing there, but it's at the same horizontal line. So the leg, one of the leg will be pointing forward like, oh no, so the leg is about as long as here. The leg should be shorter because we're doing perspectives. Yeah, that the image is about right. Why is this leg so big? Oh, how do you explain why this leg is so big? Because of this perspective now? Now this leg is like this large? Okay, so it seems like torso has its own perspective vanishing point into this horizon, and arms and leg vanishes somewhere there. Cool. So this other one. Whoa, 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 whoa. For real? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, last one. I'm going to bed. Gotta make this right. So this one's crotch is here. The pelvis is above the crotch. It looks good. Thank you, thank you. Let me switch to blue plan. And that's the pelvis. I think the pelvis kind of vanishes. Okay, there's a vanishing point somewhere into the horizon. The vanishing point kind of points over there. So the pelvis also disappears into that point. Okay, and then the torso vanishes into another point, something like there. Okay, so torso disappears into that point, just like that. Now this pelvis ratio torso looks all right. I guess the lung ends here, and that's where the back starts. Not a huge issue. And then the head is just like, whatever, it's round. Yeah, I can't even, I think this person is really raising his head. You know what? Let me make this simple for myself. Just gonna make a round head. Now no one can tell where the torso, where the perspective is. Because he round, very round. There we go, easy. Okay, arm. Upper arm, similar to the head, and seems like the tutorial is doing some kind of perspective here. But this is a bit too short. Like, I can't tell what's going on at all. Okay, and the leg is the leg even a perspective? This is the pelvis line, so this is where the leg bone is. The leg is just chilling, just draw a leg. How long the leg is, you know, as long as it looks kind of okay, that's a leg for you. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect anatomy. Trust those projection lines? Yes, I will trust these lines with my life. Beautiful. Okay, it's 10:30. I'll work on these probably next Tuesday at 8 again. Yeah, I really like how this is going. So let's do next Tuesday at 8, next stream. Because I have to do overtime this weekend. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I'll see you next week for more anatomy. Okay, bye bye.